Welcome to the Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast. Shh! There's a moth in here, and it looks extremely angry.
This is the best what's
in
guys
mouth
ever, because we've got assistance for this one today.
Can I say we've crossed the line this week. This is out of hand.
Oh, shut up! Put it in your mouth.
Do I
Put
have to do this?
Put it in your mouth.
Put it in your mouth.
Put it in your mouth.
Okay.
Put it in your mouth.
All right, here we go.
Sorry about this, by the way.
I'm so sorry. I apologise to everyone.
I've said sorry. Do it.
Hurry up! Put it in your mouth. This is actually the weirdest one. I wish we were doing that.
This is too bad. This is too crap.
Take a breath, and put it back in. Wow.
Troy is on line one. Troy, what do you think is in Guy's mouth?
Lemon.
Lemon. No, it's not a lemon.
It's a lot weirder than lemon.
Tanya, what do you think it is?
Guys' undies.
Tanya, believe it or not, we've already done guys' undies, so it's not.
And they were smelly too. Smelled like hot skin. Nobody needed that. Luke, what do you think was in Guy's mouth?
Ox tongue.
Ox tongue. Is it ox tongue, Guy? Blah, 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 blah. Chanel, what's in Guy's mouth?
Oh, I hate to say it, but I think it's somebody else's false teeth.
No. That is disgusting, but it is not that, Chanel. Thanks for trying. Dalton, what do you... Put it back in. Dalton, what do you think it is?
I thought it was Clint's ballsack in Guy's mouth.
No way. There is no way that I would want to witness that one at all, Dalton. No.
It really did sound like it.
Next week.
Why do you want to get that in his mouth?
No.
It is really, really gross for us to watch this one, but...
So no successful answers. No one's got it at all. I guess we just give it away this week then.
I think we're going to have to.
Guy, please remove what's in your mouth and reveal what's in Guy's mouth.
All right. What was in my mouth? This is so weird.
It was weirder to watch than it was for you.
Would you like to reveal yourself?
Well, do you think it's weird? It's weirder for me than it was for you.
In my mouth today was Mark Sainsbury's moustache.
And last time I had my moustache in your mouth, you said it would never happen again.
Mark Sainsbury's moustache, how are you?
Well, good. A little bit damp.
Yes.
You want to do something about that? Do you think you may have a problem?
I've definitely got some problems.
Some sort of
Mark,
problem.
no one could get that. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you once again, Mark Sainsbury!
You'll be forgiven for not guessing that one today, Mark Sainsbury's moustache. Thank you,
We'll
everybody.
give Mark the prize.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. We'll give you a prize, Mark.
I love free stuff.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
I spoke to the wonderful and my favourite X Factor Australia judge, Danny Minogue.
Do you like him more than Ronan?
I genuinely do.
Wow.
Do you know why? Because Ronan's more famous and Ronan's amazing looking, don't get me wrong, but Danny is a babe.
Yes.
And Danny has more personality, and that's what I love about her.
Is it also because she put you in a headlock during this interview and your head was nestled next to her breast?
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Very good time.
So this is the other Minogue sister. You met her last week on our Sydney Super Shows.
Yes, I did.
Backstage at X Factor. Check out Guy's chat with Danny Minogue.
Hello, it's Guy Williams here from New Zealand, and I'm interviewing the wonderful, the amazing Danny Minogue.
Just the two of us then.
Two-person clap. Thank you so much for giving me your time, because I realise that judging on X Factor must be a really big deal, and one of the hardest things to do must be telling contestants who aren't good that they're not good in the nicest possible way.
It actually is very difficult.
Yeah.
You know, because we're with them for a long time, you get to know everyone backstage.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, you get friendly and then you see someone up there and if something doesn't go well for them, it's like, oh, damn.
Because they're literally getting up there and, like, pouring their heart out.
Yeah.
And you can see it's terrible. Everyone at home can see it's terrible. I can see it's terrible and I'm an idiot.
And you're like, I just want her to say it's terrible!
Yeah.
Stop being nice to them! Yeah, I mean, there is that line between what you would say when you are the judge at home, because we all do that. We sit on the couch and we watch and we're like, are you kidding me? And then what you say when you're there, and then also the thing that I find challenging is splitting the difference between giving them some kind of technical critique, but not making it too technical so that people at home go, I'm so bored, I have no idea what she's talking about. So hopefully giving them something to work on for the next week.
Do you ever worry about running out of things to say? Because you see so much talent go past, and everyone you got to go, your pitch, never?
Never. I'm such a blabbermouth. Turn the camera on and I could just be sitting here talking for hours. I just won't stop.
So we're just about to start a new season of X Factor back in New Zealand, and a lot of Edge listeners are looking to audition. What's the best advice you can give to a young kid who wants to enter into X Factor?
For me, I don't really want to see anything that I've seen before. You want something new and fresh. You don't know what it is that you're looking for. It doesn't have to be perfect on the first audition. But just have that bit of magic. Like, none of it needs to be, like, polished. Sometimes if the performance is too polished, it doesn't work for this kind of a show. Because
I've auditioned a couple of times myself, and people often say that about me. They say, Guy, you're too polished.
Too polished.
I kind
Doesn't
of,
work.
I'm someone who comes out there and just kind of hits them with a bit of a, and I will always love you. Ooh. And they hear that and they go...
They say, what can we do with that? Because there's nothing we can do with it.
It's already there.
Yeah.
It's already ready to go. It's already perfect.
Yeah.
Danny Minogue, you've been so lovely for putting up with my crap. I'm sorry if this is the worst interview you've ever done. Thank you so much.
As long as it's just verbal crap and it's not, like, real. Don't crap on the seat. It won't be a good end to an interview.
I love you. Thank you so much. It really is a privilege and an honour.
Can we do Mexican Wave now?
Mexican Wave? Woo! Awesome. Thank you so much.
And cut.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the Edge.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show the host of the morning show, JJ, Mike and Dom. It's the wonderful, the amazing Dom Harvey!
Hey!
Wow, I can't believe I'm staff and I get one of those elaborate intros.
Well, that's how we roll. We like to make everyone feel special, and we're going to make you feel even more special.
This is amazing, Dom.
You're making waves, mate.
We're going to make your day, mate.
You know how Conservative Party leader Colin Craig's press secretary Rachel McGregor resigned this morning, and she'd called him a manipulative man and he was unchristian, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, she walked, but not in a cool Colin Craig sort of way.
No. And you had him on the Dom show last night, which everyone can now watch on theedge.co.nz. We have just got our hands on some audio from our brother station Radio Live that maybe you're to blame.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Have you not heard this yet?
Dom, this is unbelievable. It's the biggest political scandal of the week.
You might have changed the election, mate.
Have a listen to this.
What was the last disagreement or good-natured discussion you had with Rachel about?
No, this was about the Edge promoting their show, and they were using a billboard. So now I'm getting the net on a lot of it. They had a little 5-minute clip that they were doing, and so Rachel was pretty convinced it'd be a great thing for me to do, and I was like, I don't know.
I don't know. He went ahead and did it, mate, and now she's resigned.
Wow, that's crazy.
Him fighting over your show has been possibly the deal breaker of this election. How do you feel?
Is it wrong that I feel kind of stoked?
You don't even need to vote now, mate. You've already changed the political landscape.
Well, I find it hard to believe. It's really weird. We filmed that little piece on Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
And so I went out to the Conservative Party office and had a meeting with her and Colin, and she'd sort of briefed him basically and told him that whatever we wanted to do was a good idea, even though it would be a send-up of him taking the piss out of himself. So then I had to give him the sell, but everything seemed sort of fine. Like, it wasn't hard to convince him to be a part of it or anything.
Was it awkward shooting with him?
Well, I suspect doing anything with Colin Craig is all.
Mate, you might want to just flick him a little tweet. I don't know if it's part of the Conservative Party ethos to use Twitter. That might be considered evil and blasphemous. But maybe just flick him a little tweet and go, hey, sorry, mate.
I also saw in the Dom show last night, Dom, that you interrupted a news cross to promote Muscle Fuel, and you said the famous quote, F in the P.
Let's not talk about this.
Yeah.
Did you get in trouble for that?
No, because it was a pre-recorded cross they were doing. So,
Phil.
It wasn't live to air.
Dom, you're a loose unit, mate. Lock yourself in the cupboard until the election's over. That was Dom Harvey, ladies and gentlemen!
Yeah, that was my moment of truth.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
Welcome to Industry Super Secrets. And we were thinking, Industry Super Secrets, we've had some highs, we've had some lows, we've discovered some amazing, mind-blowing secrets. This could be the last ever Industry Super Secrets.
Yeah, it feels like we may have revealed everything in the industry.
We've recovered so many super secrets, it has been mind-blowing. 0800 The Edge or text into 3343 if you've got a super secret that you've wanted to share that you haven't been able to.
I'll give you a super secret from a pizza shop I used to work in.
Okay.
When they make the cheesy crusts in pizzas,
Yeah.
this was back in the day, it was Pizza Haven, they've gone now.
Yeah.
You know how you used to think that they had a gun full of cheese that would do the cheese and they like fold it over? It's actually a long cube-shaped string of cheese, and they put 2 of those in the crust and
And roll it over.
It's a cube.
It's not gross. It's better that it's real cheese than it to be a liquid gun of cheese.
Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good.
That was okay.
What do you mean it's okay? What did you bring to the table?
Someone's
Jono's really Ben, Ben's really Jono.
Hey, I'm trying to read text from the text machine, Sharyn. It's not easy.
Okay, sorry.
One of the Industry Super Secrets that we gave away earlier in Industry Super Secrets was that the text machine is not actually a machine. It's just an app on a computer.
And not even that. It's a website.
It's a website. So that's a bit. That was for me as an Edge fan.
Yeah.
That was heart wrenching.
When I started here, I was expecting to see a jukebox style.
Yeah, same. I thought it was going to be like a
flashing lights
robot.
on it?
Yeah.
We've got John on the line. Oh, no, he's gone. Carry
John's
on.
gone. All right, another one.
Welcome to the show. A very good friend of ours. We just met him 30 seconds ago. His name is Brian.
He's named after the Family Guy dog.
And we love him so much.
Brian, were you named after the dog from Family Guy?
No.
Oh,
not at
disappointing.
Oh, Brian, did you enjoy your...
Before then.
You were born before then. I thought you said you saw him in the Philippines.
Now, Brian, what is your industry super secret?
I'm an IT pro, so working on servers and stuff all day.
Whoa,
but I Google everything.
IT pro, stop bragging about it, mate. Why aren't you just an IT guy?
Oh.
Because he gave himself the title of pro.
Carry on, IT pro, Brian.
Yeah, so I just Google everything all day. I don't even know what some of the things are.
Gold!
That is good. That is good.
Woo! I love that.
Thank you so much for calling, Brian.
Cool, thanks.
Stacey, what's your industry super secret?
Well, I work for a bank, and customers will call fuming because, say, something's happened, something's gone out of their account, and they're like, you did this is all your fault. And we can look it up, and we can see exactly everything they've ever done on their internet banking or phone banking or whatever. And we're like, no, you did it.
Wow.
Wow, that is creepy.
No, you did it.
That's creepy. I thought you were going to say, no, you did it. You did it at the strip club on Saturday night. Guys, stop abusing
And
us.
if you don't abuse me, I'll send this invoice to your girlfriend.
Thanks, Stacey. Thomas, what's your industry super secret?
I used to install car alarms in a specific car that gets imported. If you lock your keys in, you can pull the handle once, you'll hear a beep, then twice you'll hear a beep, once you'll hear a beep, then twice you'll hear a beep, and the door will unlock.
Wow. If you do that special... don't say what kind of car it is.
Don't say what kind of car it is.
Please don't say what kind of car
That
it
is
is.
insane.
But you can just get into it like that, and I guess there'd be a bunch of criminals out there that know that code as well.
Maybe, but sometimes when they come in the country, they've already been changed in Japan by the person that owns the car.
Yeah, good. All right, that's good.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Now, this is the one that we've been waiting for. The bombshell industry super secret.
I've been saving this number because we got a text about this about 2.5 months ago when we started this segment. And finally we've gotten through to the person, and this industry super secret will... it's quite
racy.
It's quite racy. So if you do have children in the car, maybe turn down the volume for this one.
We promise not to say anything too bad.
Yeah.
But here we go.
Sarah, what is your industry super secret?
I had an escort to Russell Brand.
What? So were you the escort that went to Russell Brand, or did you send someone to him?
No, I was the escort that went to Russell Brand.
Wow. This is mind-blowing. Sharyn, can you stop playing the Kardashians game for a second? Because this is unbelievable. Okay, and what is your industry super secret about Russell Brand?
Well, he wasn't particularly my favourite client. He did try and get away with a lot of things that a lot of people won't try.
Wow. Don't go into graphic detail because it's still family time.
Can I ask where he was? Was this in Auckland?
Yeah, it was in Auckland.
And was he still married to Katy Perry at the time?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Does he have a type? Is there something that he looks for in particular?
His friends just specifically asked for someone that's good at giving a massage.
Okay.
Wow.
So in your text message, you said he's one of the sickest people you've ever met.
Definitely.
Wow.
Sarah, thank you so much for your industry super secret. That was absolutely mind-blowing, and we really appreciate you calling in.
There you go. That's one way to end a feature, isn't it?
Wow.
With a Russell Brand style industry super secret escort bombshell.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. Hey, thank you to everyone who has shared secrets from their industry over the last few months.
What a ride it's been. It's been a roller coaster.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
Flatting.
A
lot of people do it. I do it with my parents, living the dream. Mum and Dad, if you're listening, it's your turn to clean the shower.
Sharyn does it with her husband.
Yeah.
Bryce, if you're listening, it's your turn to clean the shower.
No, with the cleaner came yesterday.
Okay. We were yelling to some people today at lunchtime who have possibly the tightest flatmates I've ever heard of, anyway.
It happens, though. You move into a flat... And I'm so thankful that it's not like this in my flat. My flat is legit. But everyone's been there, and you've got that one flatmate who is the power bill Nazi, or the water Nazi, the shopping. They're like,
"Oh, guy, you're watching too much internet pornography. Piss off."
I talked to a person today who said that their flatmate hit them up, like actually made a conversation about it, and said, "Hey, did you eat one of my bananas?"
Amazing.
I love how guys, Clint's trying to pretend it's not his own flat, eh?
It's not my flat.
I'm joking.
How much is a banana? How much is a banana worth? Wait, how much is a banana worth for a start?
60 cents.
Okay, that is ridiculous.
I don't know, like $1.50 for a I don't know. I'm not. Ash does the shopping in our flat. I've had no idea what things cost.
That is crazy. And so did it cause a big argument?
Yeah, it became a thing. But this is the same. This is the same sort of person who would. Obviously, they do all their shopping individually. Put a little mark on the milk, so they know exactly where the milk was last time they used it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Also, if you do it, you're just encouraging your flatmates to water down your milk whenever they use your milk.
And there's lots of people that hide the food under the bed that they've bought as well, like their treats. Like if they've bought a thing of Squiggle Tops, they'll put them under their bed instead of having it in the fridge.
Squiggle Tops, is that even a thing?
The best biscuit that's ever been made.
You mean Squiggles?
No, it's Squiggle Tops.
What's a Squiggle Top?
They're the biscuits with a squiggle on
you
the top.
You mean Squiggles?
Whatever.
Now I'm torn between both of you. I think you're both right.
Oh, no. This is orange and mandarins all over again, which I'm not finished with, by the way. They're called Squiggles. 0800 The Edge.
They used to be called Squiggle Tops.
Text in the 3343. Is it a squiggle or is it a squiggle top?
No.
I'm joking. 0800 The Edge or text in the 3343. Who's the tight ass in your flat?
Yeah.
And what sort of tight ass stuff do they do?
Yeah. Who is the tight ass that you live with right now?
In my flat, it's me because I've been doing the squat challenge.
Well, not that kind of tight ass.
Oh, 0800 girl. Shay, who's the tight ass in your flat?
Hi, Shay. Save the show.
Oh, me. I'm the power Nazi.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. So what do you do when it comes to the power?
Oh, I keep hitting them up.
In what
It's
way,
really
though?
awkward.
Do you try to work out who's used the most power?
Well, we split it, but they got like 4 weeks to pay it, and they always pay it like after it's due.
So, hey, mate, I'm sorry about this. I've told you, Dad. Stop calling the show. Thanks a lot.
Rebecca, who's the tight ass in your flat?
My husband.
Oh, near. What does he do?
I leave the lights on in the hallway. So if I'm not in the hallway, he'll go and turn them off.
Oh, God.
Or he started on the grocery bill. If it's a little bit over, $200, he goes a bit funny because why do I need to spend that amount of money on food?
Hey, maybe he's saving his money so he can buy you some new jewellery.
Don't get pissed off at the shopping bill that your wife's done, though, because you're going to eat the food.
Rebecca,
she's not ripping you off.
Do you know how you get around that? This is what I've learnt when I've done the grocery shopping. I'm not allowed to do it that often because I like to buy too many luxury items. But always get a does of their favourite beer and be like, babe, I got you this at the supermarket. And they're like, oh, and if you try to find the receipt, be like, oh, they didn't give me the receipt. But you always distract them with the beer.
Okay.
It works.
I'll keep that in mind.
Give it a try next time, babes. Guaranteed it'll work.
Yeah, good plan.
Oh, no, 800 The Edge, we've got Bronson. Who's the tight ass in your flat?
Oh, Her name's Zoe.
Yeah, tell us why.
She gets angry when I take 2 cans of tuna instead of 1, and she doesn't let me have parties. She doesn't let me have friends over.
What sort of
she's an all-rounder.
What sort of parties are you going to be having, mate?
Yeah.
I'm having a leaving party this weekend.
Yeah.
And I've done the whole Facebook official.
Yeah.
And then she goes and cancels it. Which is a bit of a shame.
It's hilarious.
Bronson, is Zoe your mum?
No, but she might as well be. At the end of the day, eh?
Guys, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
And you can ask anybody. Go ahead and ask anybody. Yeah, you can ask anybody. Anything. It's been a couple of weeks. I've missed this feature.
We're doing an AMA with one of the most interesting topics that has really fascinated me. We have in the studio a spiritual medium. Please welcome the wonderful, the amazing Karen Anderson!
Thank you.
Karen, welcome to the show. You are one of the most popular AMAs we've ever had. We've already got like 5 people on the phone, so should we get straight into it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Sandy, you get the first question on 0800 The Edge. What would you like to ask Karen?
Oh, hi. I just wanted to know, can you specifically ask for a person to come through, or do you just have to wait until they're ready?
Good question.
It really depends on the person's energy, and yeah, sometimes you can, but it depends on the energy of the person and if they're, like, open, I suppose.
What makes a person have good energy is if they're like hyper in real life like me. Did that mean that I'd be good as a ghost?
Possibly your personality will come through.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm nice to say. I've got a lot of personality. Other people call me a douchebag.
Next question comes from Jace. Jace, what would you like to ask?
I'd like to know, how did you know that you could do it? Like, what made you realise that you had this skill?
Okay, so basically, from a young age, I noticed all sorts of things happening, sensing spirit around me, seeing things, all that sort of stuff. And as the years went on, it just increased.
Did it scare you? That must have been terrifying. Did it scare you?
Yeah, it did a little bit, but, as the years went on, I just really got used to it.
Amazing. I've got a question, because this hasn't been asked yet, and it needs to be asked. From my perspective, because I know nothing, what is a spiritual medium exactly?
Okay, so spiritual medium is basically direct communication with the spirit world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you talk to people who have deceased?
Pretty much.
Unbelievable. That fascinates me to no end. Later in the show, we might get to see an example of it, hopefully.
Yeah, well, the idea is that as the AMA goes on, that maybe we can get Sharyn in contact with somebody.
Ooh, exciting. Jackson, what is your question?
Yeah, I was just wondering, what's the scariest thing you've had to tell someone about themselves?
Ooh.
I don't think there's really been anything really, really scary.
Good question.
Spirit will bring through warnings for people, but they'll never bring through any, major, really bad stuff. It's not their place to.
Do people cry a lot when they come for readings with you? Is there a lot of tears? Do you have to have tissues at your...
yeah, I do have tissues.
At your spiritual office? I don't know what you call it. Where do you go? The spirit chamber?
We've got one more from Nadine. Nadine, what's your question for Karen?
Hi. Do spirits do they get angry at you? Do they yell at you and
Good question.
that sort of stuff?
No, not. Sometimes their voices will be raised, but no, that's sort of real lower energy stuff. Yeah. No.
Okay.
And you can ask anybody. Go ahead and ask anybody. Yeah, you can ask anybody. Anything.
Doing our AMA today, we have one of New Zealand's leading spiritual mediums. We have Karen Anderson. You can contact her at www.nzmedium.co.nz if you'd like to speak to her. A lot of people are texting with personal questions. Sorry we can't get to those. One text we're getting a lot on the text machine for the AMA, and it's hilarious because no one wants to come on the phone and ask this to your face, but I'm going to ask it right now. What do you say to the skeptics out there who say, she's just making it up, it's all just a load of mumbo-jumbo?
Okay, I'd say everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
I know with the work that I do, and I've done it for nearly 30 years, that it isn't like that.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Do you encourage them to book in and give it a try?
If they're open to it.
Okay.
You've got to be open to it.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, I was very sceptical, and then yesterday we were talking about it in preparation for this, and Sharyn had some things that she'd had revealed in her experiences, which blew my mind. There's so many things that mediums can do which I cannot explain and genuinely think are amazing. Go to the text machine for some wacky questions. Has a spirit ever hit on you or asked you for a night out?
All the time. No. Not at all.
Another question for the text machine. Do you struggle with big crowds where heaps of spirits are trying to talk to you?
No, not really, because I tune in to do my work.
Okay, so if you're in a shopping... Where's a big crowd? Would that be a shopping mall or like a graveyard?
No, I don't really go to graveyards. Shopping mall.
Why don't you go to graveyards?
Well, it's not a favourite place, really.
Yeah, no, why don't you go to graveyards?
Because they're creepy?
Are you saying you've got the ability to block it out? To not really, if you want to, you can just turn it off.
Yep.
Okay, well that's handy, I guess. If you just wanted to sit there and watch Coronation Street and not have someone go, "Talk to my granddaughter."
We've got Melissa on 0800 The Edge. Melissa, what would you like to ask Karen?
Hi, Karen. I'm just wanting to know. Often, if at night time, I'll be driving past like street lights and stuff, and they always seem to flicker. It's always one street light, and it always doesn't turn back on up until about 100 metres after I've driven past it. I was wondering if that actually means something. Because I've been told that it does.
Okay. Yeah, not really sure on that one. Yeah, unless there was something major that happened in that spot. Yeah, that's really hard to say.
I would recommend talking to a electrician.
It means you may have a shoddy local council.
Great text from the text machine, and I'm really fascinated in the answer to this. As a medium, do you believe in a god?
Yeah, I believe that there's Jesus and God, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that can coexist with your work.
It's all connected.
Okay.
You know, it's all connected.
Okay. Well,
I
good
guess
answer.
if you believe in God, you believe in spirituality, so it's interconnected in that way.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is very, very, very interesting. We are doing a Ask Me Anything with well-known spiritual medium Karen Anderson. Karen. Sorry, Karen.
That's
I
all right.
screw up every time. I'm an idiot.
She knew you were going to say that.
I'm an absolute idiot. Her website is www.nzmedium.co.nz. And we've had a lot of people text in who have been sceptical. We've had a lot of people text in who want to know things, and a lot of people who completely support the idea. What we thought we'd do just now is have Karen do a reading of Sharyn's... Is it called a reading? What do you call it?
Yeah.
To sense Sharyn, the auras going around. I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm talking about. What are we doing right now? What are we doing?
Okay.
You can laugh at me if you want.
Yeah,
Karen.
no, you're all right.
What are we doing?
Okay. What we've done for the last 5 or so minutes is Guy and I stepped out of the studio so as not to bring any extra energy into the room. Is that right?
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I bring quite a sexual energy into the room sometimes, so got to get rid of that.
I bring quite a ginger beard aura into the room, so we had to remove those. And just you two for the last 5 minutes have been talking.
Yeah, and it was because you guys were listening in the other studio, were you?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. And Karen took my grandmother's ring and also one of my wedding rings, and it was so freaky. So as soon as she held on to one of my rings, she was like, "Oh, I'm getting a guy named George," and I was like, well, I'm not going to say anything straight off the bat because George is quite a generic name. But I was like, oh yeah. And then George came up again later on. She was like, oh, there's on your father's side, there's someone named George, blah, blah. And there is a guy named George on my dad's side that was like before my time.
Okay.
But he was someone that my parents like talked about. And then she was like, I don't know why, but there's this name Margaret is like bursting through. And I was like, holy shit! Because Margaret was my 80-year-old drinking buddy who passed away. Oh, she passed away when she was like 86.
What?
And I used to drink with her every time I went to Wellington. And I did a eulogy at her funeral. And I always think about her. So I was like, oh my God. And then she was like, you always feel like someone's following you, eh? And I was like, because I get that all the time. Because
That's me normally.
No, because I've always had this, like, really, especially, I don't deal with people dying very well. I can't handle that I won't see them again.
No one can handle death that well.
No, but, like, I always just try and, be open-minded to the fact that people can be there. And then there's, like, she was like, oh, you always feel like someone's following you. And I, on a daily basis, at least 2-3 times a day, will be like, look behind me because I will see something out of the corner of my eye. Like, even in my car, I'll be like, shit, someone's in my back seat or whatever.
It's Margaret trying to get on the piss with you.
I reckon. But it was very strange.
This is fascinating.
And then the weirdest thing that Karen said to me was, because I said, if we're doing this on air, like, don't say anything about babies. My bosses are going to freak out. And I wouldn't have said this, but this is actually insane. Before I got this job, my husband and I had just started trying to have a baby for about 6 months. And then we didn't really have much luck. And then I got this job and I was like, oh, let's just not try for a while and just so I can get into this new job. And that's been about 6 months. And she was telling me how there was this, like, baby girl hanging around me that was there for 6 months and then went away, and now it's kind of
This is
weird.
This is mind blowing.
It's so weird.
Karen,
it really weirded me out.
Karen, I've got to ask you right now. Did you just Google or Facebook Sharyn beforehand?
No, because genuinely, I'll probably get in trouble for saying that baby thing on air because we hadn't told anybody that.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
That is something I hadn't told anybody, and that is crazy to me that you knew that time frame.
Whether you believe it or you don't, it's very interesting. What you do is very interesting. So, Karen, thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome.
She's given us free reading that we can give away to someone.
Sure.
You're in Helensville, is that right?
Coomew.
So if you're around there, Auckland, Hamilton kind of area, call up 0800 The Edge. We've got one of these to give away.
I want to go, but call up right now if you want to win a chance with Karen. Karen, thank you. I genuinely do. Yeah. I'm a skeptic, but I would love to see it and experience it for myself. I've heard amazing things. Karen Anderson, thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, Guy,
awesome.
Sharyn and Clint.
Thanks for having me.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the Bloody Edge.
Okay, so joining us right now on the phone line, sorry for calling you again on the same day, it's Dom Harvey.
Hey!
That intro was a little bit more lackluster, but I understand. It's twice in one day.
Yeah. So, Dom, this is a huge issue that is tearing our show apart, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, let me take you back to the beginning. When we walked in to the studio yesterday afternoon, we saw sitting on the seat that you normally sit on...
An orange.
A mandarin.
Orange.
Okay. This is a huge moment because for the last 2 days, we have been debating over whether it is an orange or whether it is a mandarin. We have heard from your producers that you were the owner of this and you're the person who purchased it from the supermarket. We need to know once and for all, was it an orange or was it a mandarin?
An orange!
It's funny that you guys would bring this up because I honestly, hand on heart, don't know.
Oh no!
Hear me out. I purchased it in good faith, thinking it was an easy peel mandarin. I peeled it, and it was, to be fair, it was reasonably easy to peel. Far too easy to peel for it to be an orange. But then, imagine my disappointment when it was full of seeds.
Oh no!
It's an orange!
The saga continues. No. It hasn't confirmed anything. Dom, can you confirm that you don't know?
I honestly don't know. I was disappointed. I thought maybe it's a mandarin with seeds. Is that such a thing?
Okay, Dom. No, this is it is possible for mandarins to have seeds. I cannot believe this. The saga continues. Can I ask you right now, what store did you purchase the orange or mandarin from?
It was the Richmond Road Countdown.
Oh, Jesus.
At approximately 3 minutes past 5 on Monday afternoon.
Okay, I'm going to go check it out. The saga continues, guy. Dom, thank you for nothing.
We've got a full high-definition photo gallery of the orange or mandarin going up on our Facebook page. If you're an expert, feel free to weigh into the debate, but the debate does rage.
I cannot believe this. This is tense.
Guys, sorry for giving you more questions than answers this afternoon.
Piss off, mate.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the Edge.
Time for the return of an old Edge favourite.
Sharyn Schoolyard Stories.
They're my stories and I don't even like them.
Yeah. So excited to have another schoolyard story from Sharyn. Sharyn, you've got an option of 2. Which one do you want to do? School play or 1%?
Okay, I'll do 1% because I need to defend myself.
Okay, I've been waiting for the story for 2 whole weeks, hounding her about it, so I got the popcorn ready.
It's not actually that exciting. School C came up. Remember that, guys? Back in the day, School C and bursary.
Guy and I didn't do that. We did NCEA.
Okay, well, looks like I'm a little bit older. I was the last generation, actually, the last year that did School C.
High five.
Thank you.
They ended School C after Sharyn did it because she did it so good.
She shut it down.
So, for my School C, Science, I think I got 36%. Didn't enjoy science unless I was blowing things up.
I gotta be honest with you, I probably got less than that because I sucked at science so hard.
Maths, I got 27% because I just did not care and I just could not get my head around when I was going to use algebra in my life. And honestly, kids, stay in school. English, I didn't study at all. I got 74% because I'm the man.
Finally, got a good role model stat, Nick. Well done, 74%.
Thank you.
Is that a C?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
It's a B, isn't it?
Geography, they told me not to bother, so I didn't go to that exam.
Who told you not to bother? The teacher.
Yeah, he goes, I don't think you should bother. The fees are expensive.
The teacher told you not to go to an exam.
Fees are expensive.
If not, that's child abuse.
And so I went to my food technology one, which I thought, gonna nail it, girl. You gotta be so good. Because everything you make in food technology is either made out of flour and water, apples, or potatoes. So I was like...
Wait, what do you make out of apples?
Apple pie, apple strudel, apple turnovers.
Those are all apple pies.
Anything that you can do with an apple.
Microwaved apple.
Name one thing that's not
Boiled
an
apple.
apple pie there.
Apple strudel is not a pie.
There's a strudel and a pie are the same thing.
Shh. Whose story is this? It's mine. Anyway, did food technology, thought I'd do real good. Ended up burning my strudel, and I got 49%. Mum goes, should we send it in for a recount? They might find another point there. No, I said, stuff it, Mum. I'm not going to be a bloody chef.
They
and
failed
I wasn't.
you. They failed you by 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they failed you by 51%.
Well, I think that it was because my dean had it in for me. So she was like, fail that little
And that
slug.
was the time the infamous Sharyn Casey failed food technology by 1%.
I've never cooked again.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint.
I actually haven't. No, I cooked twice. I've been with my husband 5 years. I've cooked for him twice, and they were both times it was rad.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the edge.
In studio with us right now,
Late night Mike.
Mike Peru.
That's right, work both ends of the day, I do.
What are you
Bring home
doing?
$1.
What are you doing? You're sifting
He's
around
just
your old
busy,
sifter.
busy working both ends. That's what he's doing.
Cut the crap. Cut the crap. Mike, you're in here for a reason, and it's because
A good reason.
we're just wondering if there's anything that you wanted to own up to.
Like what? No, nothing. Why?
Are you sure?
Didn't do anything.
We've got a new name tag for you, and you're welcome to come clean before we give it to you.
Oh my God, no, I'm really nervous now. What? This is
Mike-
like an interrogation.
It is.
Mike the Narc.
Mike the Narc.
What?
Narky Mike, man.
We've had feedback about you being a narc. So is there anything you'd like to own up to? What?
No.
You don't want to get him first before you look like a liar?
Is it anything to do with Colin Craig?
No,
No,
it's something.
okay.
It's something.
Wait, how many narcs have you done, mate? Mike the Narc.
Mike the Narc. Mm-hmm. You narked on one of us, our show. So does that help you figure out what you narked on us for?
What are you looking at me like that
Mike?
for, Clint? No, I can't remember anything. I didn't narc on anything.
Mike, when you come in within these four walls, you come into the Guy, Sharyn, Clint circle of trust.
And
outside of there, it's like you came up to each one and every one of us and you spat fire and spit into our face.
So, Mike, would you like to own up to what you narked on us for?
Oh, no, I haven't even seen the bosses, so I can't narc on anybody.
Maybe you narked to somebody else.
Don't lie to us, Mike Pino!
Okay, maybe that's reminded me. Maybe I did. Is it about Clint having a grumpy bum yesterday?
Now the truth comes out. So what did you say to JJ and Dom this morning?
I said that you threw your cans on the floor in a tanty and you went in and you yelled at Chang.
Yeah, that's me having some quality workplace communication with my producer. And sometimes when the microphones are off, that happens. We have open channels of communication.
Just like you guys do, except you guys tell it to your producers to then tell each other.
Sometimes you get a bit sick of Chang being on Facebook 24/7, and you
or
want to
playing
go in
Tap
there.
on Run.
He does play that a bit, doesn't he?
And then you want to go in there and just like strangle him a little bit.
Yeah,
we don't strangle him though. We don't do any abuse. We just yell at him very loudly.
No, but no, it was entertaining for me to watch.
Mike,
I was just saying to JJ and Dom, hey, guess what happened yesterday?
Mike, if you dob on one of my mates again,
knock,
I'm going to cut your testicles off,
right,
and shove them into your earlobes.
He'll like that,
so you can
though.
no
He'll
longer
like
hear
that. He'll like that.
all of the insults I'm saying about you.
And everyone will,
wow,
that's going to happen.
Wow,
and all your mates will call you ball bag ears.
Wow. Okay, no, I take the warning.
I will cut your foreskin off and use it for your eyelids.
How do you know I've got one?
Damn,
Let's
good
get it out.
I know because I've seen a sexy Snapchat.
Today's Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast is brought to you by Grass. perfect for gardens and sport. Get grass today from your friendly grass vendor.